Раз, два, три. Проверка звука. Проверяю звук. Раз, два. Окей. Всех приветствую. Продолжаем проходить демочки. Сейчас у нас на очереди Guild Saga Vanished Worlds. Ну, в общем-то, очень похоже на что-то по типу JRPG или что-то типа того, японское что-то, да? Давно не было. Я вообще давно не играл в такие игры. А вот, да, находились проекты в прошлый раз и в этот раз, но, к сожалению, они все удалялись, потому что, ну, в прошлый раз, по-моему, вообще какие-то говнарские JRPG-шки, к сожалению. Хотя там одна была с неплохой механикой, когда у нас, типа, разные вариации, 4 вариации нашего тела существования. Мы там, типа, и дух, и труп, и то и сё, вот. Но, к сожалению, это был говнище, блять, с чисто сюжетной точки зрения. Поэтому я удалил. Так, ну, я надеюсь, что это будет что-то интересное. Settings. Ну, вообще, тут не RPG Maker. Тут вроде бы на Unity она сделана. Графикс. Вроде бы нормально, да? Пока что. Ну, можно на самом деле Full HD поставить и не выебываться. Сидеть потихонечку попёртывать. Так, а как примется? Оп. То есть сейчас у нас... ага. Окей. И вроде бы все норм, да? VSync, фреймрейт cap enable. Фреймрейт 60 выставлю. Show FPS on. Лучше так сделаем. Так, new game. Получается так. Тип open the quest log by pressing Q. Окей. Посмотрим, что это такое вообще из себя представляет игрушечка. Надеюсь. Опа, name. Ну, кстати, выглядит интересно. Слушай, сейчас так. Ну, давай. Jade. Что-то. Я даже не знаю, что это, блядь. Это женщина или мужчина? А, вот гендер есть. Ага. О! Нихуя себе. Так он, блядь, не меняется, нет? Рейс. Мирхан. Айкаран. Волк. Во, блядь, Пейл. Димон. Хуя себе. Заявочка, да? Ну, давай мы будем волк. Hair asymmetrical. Боб. Букиш. Braided. Ну, смотри, тут внешность, блядь, чисто женская. Я не знаю, типа, если я выбираю гендер мужской, то на что это влияет, типа? Ну, пусть будет женщина, хорошо. Без разницы. Так, hair, давай дальше. Combat, Duke. Эрудит. Feathered. Fell. Junior. Lon. Parted, Regal, Romantic, Unkempt, Wedge, Bold. Даже Bold это выглядит как женщина все равно. Symmetrical. Ну давай вот Bookish с лентой на голове будем. Hair color, Black. Да, без разницы. Blue, Brown, Cyan. Блин. Pink, Purple, Red. Блин, ну прикольно. White. Ну пусть будет Cyan вот этот. Eye color, Blue, Brown, Cyan, Green, Purple, Red. Ну пусть будет Brown. Clothing, Warrior, Light Plate, Archers, Hunting Garb, Mages, Cloth Robes, Rogue's Cloak, Warrior's Light Plate. Ну давай вот эту Archer Hunting Garb, потому что тут с плащом выглядит очень круто. Weapon, Steady Short Sword, Dual Steel Daggers, Steady Long Bow. Rod of Casts, Rod of Gravel, Rod of Bubbles, Rod of Flames, Rod of Renewal. Блин, сколько всяких прикольных этих посохов. Rod of Gloom. Давай Dual Steel Daggers будет. Так, это Appearance. А тут еще Backstory. Industrialist. Легионер. Академик. Вагабонд. Брут. Дисципл. Зилот. Пикпокет. Пироманьяк. Шарпшутер. Охуеть. Это выглядит очень круто. Хорошо. Industrialist. Это добавляет нам Engineer +1. Men and women of industry are well acquainted with the precept. Chaos breeds opportunity. Yet look to the former colonies abandoned by the great families, surrounded by rival nations, plagued by strife, both cultural and religious. And what of those capitalists, those seekers of fortune now recoiled, circumspect, nowhere in sight? All the better for me. It should also be acknowledged that during the course of business, an entrepreneur must often assume certain obligations in order to realize the potential of their concepts, and when those concepts take longer than expected to materialize, as most works of ingenuity tend to, it is up to the prudent entrepreneur to distance themselves from their creditors to ensure that their brilliance does not go to squander. Нихуя себе. Нихуя себе. Equipment. Вот мы можем equipment посмотреть. Hide. Стоп. Действительно? Действительно он с мужчинкой? Нихуя себе. Ну пусть уж будет женщина. Ладно, хер с ней. Неважно. Легионер. Swordsmanship +1. As early as I can remember, I have been enlisted in the Mazo Imperial Horde. I spent my youth on the battlefields of the Virland, honing my talents under the command of the revered generals of the great families. After being discharged for insubordination, I took on the role of soldier turned sellsword in the New World, a bleak tale told often, short and with a predictable ending. Alas, all I know is the fight and none else. Academic intellect +1. I spend most of my days consumed in the archives of the Mazan College, initiating myself into the arcana of flora and fauna and magic. No longer able to tolerate my instructors and their prosaic insipid lectures, I set out on a journey. To my classmates I appeared impulsive, immature, but how was I expected to study the ancient literature of the lodges, while out there lies such immense virgin wisdom, but a stone cast from the bounds of civilization? I shall return to the college only after acquiring answers to questions my peers would not go so far to even. Vagabond, Constitution +1. I was born to a race of warriors on the very same land where I have hitherto spent my days, on the endless path. Place to dwell, a livelihood to earn. These are things I have never known, what no one of my blood have ever sought to contemplate. Few understand that the life of wanderer is in fact a painfully stagnant existence. When one travels with no destination, they forfeit the concept of progress. In the most meaningful sense, they go nowhere at all. On this new land I shall walk with purpose, a vagrant no longer. Brute, strength +1, intelligence -1, -1, intimidate +1. Up till only recently, I always choose to solve all my problems using my fists. Debater with a glib tone, hit them. Drunkard's cousin, a darned ruckus, hit them all. Guard insisting on my arrest, hit him till moves no more. Очень странное описание. Wasn't until I got my bum handed to me by a wily mage that I learned the importance of strategy and diverse sea flying styles in combat. Or whatever the hell's was about anyway. After I learned all that trickery in the journeys ahead, had better watch out. Disciple Warlock +1. You cannot learn cleric skills. The first time the master appeared to me was through a dream. Though but an apparition without form, I knew it to be he immediately. Before he could speak, I had already been subject to a wretched cacophony of fear, unholiness, hatred, corruption, and infinite awe. Though my mind had become tainted, the purpose for my birth became clear. Eternal servitude in his name, a fact learned to me only at that very moment. The master then spoke of lands far west beyond treacherous waters, where his servants congregated, where the shattered fragments of his heart that... Блять, ну пиздец. Вот тут, конечно, какое-то прям супер жесткое описание. Deal от Cleric. Pickpocket. Ну и вот это вот, наверное, возьмем. I had always been extremely grateful to the Ezertians, from the merchants who ply their trades till their satchels overflowed with coin, to the nobles who strut the streets adorned in gold and jewel, searching for beneficiaries, to their philanthropy. One might even say I owe them my entire livelihood. It is then most unfortunate, of course, that emerging chaos in the region has caused many to go into recluse. The keep I work so tirelessly for has become incredibly paltry. These days, making an honest living has become a rather arduous struggle. Perhaps it is time to set my sights on new lands with fresher pockets. Pyromaniac. Pyromancer +2. You cannot learn Aeromancer, Geomancer and Hydromancer skills. То есть получается, что пироманьяк только пиротехническими заклинаниями воюет. Sharpshooter, ranged +1. Ну, остальное я, наверное, пока что не буду читать. Я остановлюсь на пикпокете. Так, далее что? Inclination. Ага. Это типа мировоззрение, да? Altruistic. What better than to serve my fellow man? As an adventurer, I will shelter the homeless, feed the hungry, and guard the vulnerable. Above all, I endeavor to spread peace and happiness throughout the realm. ambitious. This era of unprecedented chaos is rife with opportunity, as long as one does not fear adversity. Even a nobody like myself may attain fame, fortune, and wealth. To that end, I shall cut down all who stand in my way, using any means necessary. Curious, I want to explore every town, cave, and dungeon in this land. Only once I have unraveled each mystery, uncovered every secret, will I be able to feel content. Degenerate. Прикол, охуеть. One does not need to tell me the odds, for I already know them by heart. The higher the stakes, the more I welcome the wager. Gambling? Heavens no. It's so much more than that. After all, what fun is life without any risk of death? Devote. As God makes his appeal through I, so too does he persecute. It is my duty to expel the heretical, to bring the people of this realm into reconciliation with God and pass divine judgment. Greed. I seek fortune by any means. I want a grand estate and an elven servant. I want mithril armor adorned with precious stones. I want a luxury carriage pulled by the finest steed. I want... Короче, понятно. Но я вот думаю, что либо грид, либо же curious, вот что-то из этого. Loner. I desire adventure and adventure alone. Commandeer is but a shallow illusion, a disability which further weakens those vulnerable and impotent. Though I recognize the value in occasional allies, I prefer to fight alone, unburdened. Neophil. Righteous. Vengeful. Блять, ну давай я просто Curious сейчас возьму, остальные пока не буду читать. Primary Attributes. Ага, у нас есть 3 очка. Primary. Сила, ловкость и интеллект. Давай мы 2 сюда, 1 сюда. Strength. Represents a character's physical might. Allocating points to this will increase their damage dealt with skills that require a one-handed sword, mace, or axe, allowing them to overpower their opponents with sheer force, recommended for warriors. Dexterity represents a character's precision and finesse. Allocating points to this will increase their damage dealt by dual-wielded weapons and bows. Delivering swift strikes with pinpoint accuracy recommended for rogues and hunters. Ну вот я не знаю, стоит ли вкачивать. Ну, наверное, да. Но я сейчас попробую, а там посмотрим. Хотя какой Джейд, блять, мне не нравится. Леннет. Фернен. Коте. Толик the Terrible. Вот это хорошее имя. Secondary. Initiative, Constitution, Memory. Нихуя себе. Ну-ка давай Primary еще Intelligence. Intelligence represents a character's mental acuity and the aptitude for magic. Allocating points to this will increase the damage or the potency of their magical skills. Recommend for all spellcasting classes. Aeromancer, Geomancer, Hydromancer, Pyromancer, Cleric, Warlock. Ну, понятно, это понятно. Блин, как много тут уделено магам. Это, кстати, круто. Выглядит, как будто бы там реально круто за мага играть. Так, тут мы можем всего лишь одно распределить очком. Initiative. Initiative represents a character's swiftness to act. Allocating points to this will increase the likelihood that they will act first in battle, allowing them to dictate the flow of combat. Constitution represents a character's physical fortitude. Allocating points to this will increase their maximum health. As the characters grows in level, so will the amount of health gained through Constitution. Recommended for tanks. Memory represents a character's capacity to retain information in the heat of battle. By allocating points to this, they will be able to equip more skills to be used in battle. Ну это понятно, для магов, это для танков. Инициатив мы берем, конечно же. Комбат. 2 очка мы можем распределить. Есть у нас Swordsmanship, Wizardry, Dual Wielding и Ranged. Dual Wielding нас интересует, скорее всего. Dual Wielding represents a character's mastery of assassination using light weapons while wielding daggers or weapons in both hands. They will receive a bonus to accuracy, evasion and damage dealt. Сразу же вкачаю. Recommend for rocks. Ranged. Ranged represents a character's mastery of sharpshooting. While wielding a bow, they will receive a bonus to accuracy, evasion and damage dealt. Recommended by hunters. The wizardry represents a character's mastery of arcane weaponry. While wielding a wand or staff, they will receive a bonus to accuracy, evasion and damage dealt. Понятно. Swordsmanship. Mastery of the blade and other one-handed weapons. While wielding a one-handed sword, axe or mace, they will receive a bonus to accuracy. Понятно, все это такое. Так, schools. Remain points 3. Pyromancer, Hydromancer, Geomancer, Aeromancer, Warrior, Hunter, Rogue. Melee damage school with efficient physical attacks, evasive and critical hit ability and skills that allow you to quickly maneuver the battlefield. Cleric, Engineer, Warlock. Слушай, давай сразу все сюда вкачаю просто нахуй и все. Чисто такое вот буду. Вот тогда я не знаю, может быть все в Dexterity закинуть нахер. Skills. Execute. Deal lethal attack to an enemy, killing them if they have 20% or less health remaining. 3 to 7 physical damage, resistance by armor. Envenom. Grant your weapon additional poison damage. Flank. Move to nearby unoccupied tile. Deal damage to an enemy's health directly bypassing their armor. Piercing damage. 6 to 12. Охуеть. Haste. Heighten your reflexes and movement speed. Set hassle for 3 turns. А, я могу выбрать, да? Ага. Impale берем. Ну и давай вот это возьмем. Просто атакующие пока что возьмем. Talents. Один мы можем талант выбрать. Elusive. Evasion. You once watched a performer at a circus swiftly avoid 100 knives thrown at him. You mimic his movements as preciously as you can and manage to dodge half the amount. Ну, кстати говоря. Consistent accuracy plus 20%, critical strike chance minus 20%. You exchanged power for precious after you realized it's not offense that wins a duel. Sure, you might not slay your foes today, but you'll be back tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. Politician. Inspire plus 3. Mineralist, mining +3. Scavenger, chance to recover special arrows. Interrogator, intimate +3. Fleet-footed. Walking speed +20%. Avoid dexterity based traps. Кстати говоря, medium. Communicate with spirits. Нихуя себе. Barbarian. Strength +3 when health is 30% or less. Но внешне это никак на нас, да, не влияет. Logician. Intellect +3. Relic Hunter. Chance to find higher quality items. Блин, я, наверное, медиум возьму. Блять. Ну да, давай. Просто интересно, как это работает тут, да? Старт. Блин, нихуя себе. Search. A barrel filled with freshly caught fish. You're not sure who the fisherman was. И, да? Знаешь, что эта игра напоминает? Вот еще во время создания персонажа a flag bearing the emblem of the Heroes Guild. Мне это напоминало, блядь, Divinity. Да. Ток. Опа. Аска. Hey, Толик the Terrible. How's the voyage treating you so far? Sorry, who are you again? Fantastic, I just love a good ship. Horribly, I'm feeling seasick already. Sorry, who are you again? Oh dear, did you maybe hit your head on something? Tolik the Terrible. I'm Aska, from the forest of Mir. Oh, I remember now, thank you. I was just joking around. Oh, heh. Well, you got me. Hey, Tolik is terrible. How's the voyage treating so far? Horribly, I'm feeling seasick already. Oh dear, let me see if I have anything for you. Aska searches and retrieves something from her sketches. Small health potion. Here, take this if you feel like throwing up, okay? Okay? Pirata. Salutations, comrade. Goodbye. Who are you? I am the sorcerer they call Pirata. At times I help the guild out during mission like this one. When I'm unoccupied, you'll generally find me in the library doing research. What kind of research do you do? Practically arts. Practicality arts. Or magic that makes our day-to-day lives easier. Enchantments that can keep pests away. Cantrips and that lead people to their lost pets. Purifying water for drinking. That kind of thing. It's a noble profession. What about spells that are more useful in battle? Я отвечу, it's a noble profession. Not a compliment I've ever received, but thank you. Iron Fist Arthur. Refreshing, isn't it? What? The storm? Ну да, давай. Что, шторм? Preciously. Now, what might I help you with, fellow hero? Who are you? They call me Iron Fist Arthur, but I am simply Arthur. Why Iron Fist? They say the might of my punch strikes true, as iron does. Iron which I have, on occasion, shattered with these hands. But I couldn't care less about what others choose to call me. What is your role here? 3 novices, rookies, newcomers were selected for a mission of utmost importance. Why? Regardless of the reason, something is amiss, so here stands the guild's strongest swordsman to investigate and lend aid in battle. I see you have a gratitude. My apologies, I did not know I was in the presence of the great warrior. Давай вот этот. My apologies, I did not know I was in the presence of the great warrior. No need for apologies. Now leave me to rest. Chaos always looms on the horizon. Так. А это кто такой? Люсид. А почему-то не у всех, да, появлялся, типа. We are still a long way from the 100, Tolik the Terrible. How can I help you? Where are we headed? What? We've been sailing for a week and you decide to ask me now? Our destination is New Accra, a city that sits by the eastern coast of the New World. We were tasked by the Heroes Guild to escort a package to their detachment there. The package? Don't worry about it, it's safe with me. How long more do you think will take? We're at least 3 days away, if this storm doesn't take a turn for the worse anyway. You should probably get some rest below deck while you can Tolik the Terrible. It is busy studying the map of Arcade. Так, а это какой-то, блять, волшебник. Гихрейн. Salutations, comrade. Who are you? I'm the great wizard Gihrain. Throughout the tenure of my wizardry career, I have bolstered the guild's library with countless arcane tomes, forged ties with mystic species, and most importantly, thwarted the nefarious research of those devious sorcerers who dare walk sanctimoniously amongst the virtuous men and women of the guild, concealing their malevolence and masquerading as one of our own. Ебать, чел. Давай еще с ним поговорим. Salutations, comrade. What makes a wizard different from sorcerer? An astonishingly obtuse query, but a wizard judges not. Wizards are dedicated to the selfless pursuit of advancing the arcane arts, strictly for the betterment of humanity. We stand as a single paragon of wisdom, virtue, and benevolence. Sorcerers, on the other hand, are chemic little imps who veer in the shadows, misusing the power of the arcane for their own selfish gains, eventually destroying everything in their path. Do you see the difference now, comrade? Yes, thank you for enlightening me. No trouble at all, comrade. After all, it is my duty to prevent those who may be led astray. May light guide you on your path ahead. Так, а пошли сходим к тому, расскажем ему, блять, что он думает по этому поводу. Salutations, comrade. Понятно. Не хочется. Что-то как-то не хочется. Так, а что? Тут я пройти не могу, да? Это все? Конец? О! Вот. Go to sleep. Turn in for the night. You won't be able to converse with your fellow travelers after this point. Sleep. Sleep, конечно. You close your eyes. As you begin to fall asleep, you feel yourself being pulled into a mysterious void. Нихуя себе. Towards the new world. A fallen foot soldier laid lifelessly against a stack of barrels, his armor painted by soot and despair. Tolik the Terrible. I found the girl with the stone. She... The priest who somehow knew your name, whatever remains of him anyway. Oh! This is it for me. May the gods have mercy on us all. Captain, no! Что происходит, блядь? A soldier loveless body. The note reads, "The Andra is doomed. Find a ship and leave this continent, for all that remains here is damnation. May the Lady shelter thee from the horrors to come." The soldier's face has been scorched beyond recognition. Impaled by a demonic spear, a testament to the town's grim fate. Ого. Жуть, что происходит? Леора. The darkness beckons. Whatever's to come may no longer be stopped. Hey, Tolik the Terrible, you're a little late, aren't you? Tell Bonita and the others I said goodbye. Нихуя себе. О нет! Она что, разбила нашу эту статую? Ничего себе. Fight. Окей. Не за Shadow. И... неизвестно что. It's your turn. Well, it's your turn, you can move. Да, это пиздец, как похоже на Divinity. У нас есть очки боя, очки действия боя и очки действия ходьбы. Так, ну мы отойдем сюда. Dash. Restore your movement points. Execute. Deal little attack to an enemy, killing them if they have... Impale. А что? Lacerate. Attack target enemy causing bleeding for one turn. The skill can backstab. Ну давай вот этот. Хуяк. And your turn. Space, да? Понял. Ах, сука. Impel. Ну тут, скорее всего, я должен въебать, да? О, блядь. Чё так больно? Execute. Нет, вот так. А чё ты, блядь, не умер? Вот сука. У него ж там блидин. Охуеть. Ау. Ау. Да какой уж хуй-то? Dark Entity. At long last, freedom. The fate of Arda hangs in balance. Your champions have fallen, abandoned by those they call gods in their most dire hour of need. The stone's power is without bounds, but it can be yours, should you wish. You alone hold the potential to tip the scale. I'm not interested what stone. I will vanquish you for what you've done. What scale? Ну, наверное, what stone. You will learn in due time. Now sleep. We shall meet again when the fated hour draws close. Я сначала подумал, что это наше прошлое. You awaken from the nightmare, only to find yourself in another. Tossed from your ship and ensnared in some sort of spherical prison, you are caught in a wild dance amidst the ocean's roaring waves like a feathering gale. As the air within the confinement diminishes, your consciousness becomes lost to the grip of suffocation. Окей. А как так вышло? Как же, блять, так вышло? Нихуя себе, тут много всего, да? You open your eyes to find yourself standing amidst a camp of pilgrims going about their rituals. You try to recall how you got here, but your memories are blurred. Towards the new world. You should seek out your fellow guildmates, Aska and Lucid, to learn more about what transpired. Это точно, блядь. О, Ванбо. Пёсель. Ток. О, нихуя, Аск там пожирает, блядь, прямо из кастрюли. A sculpture in the image of Veglianir, the fallen Pegasus. Its plague reads, in memory of the exiled steed Veglianir, may his soul find safe passage into Elysium. Так, ну что, давай сразу, когда дойдем к этой каске, подойдем. Aska sits forward on the bench, her face pallid, and her knuckles turned white from gripping too tight. Leave her alone for now. How are you faring, Aska? Hey, Tolik the Terrible, not so good right now. Why don't look for Lucid in the meantime? Ну давай с ним тогда поговорим. Good to see you up and about, Tolik the Terrible. I thought you were a gunner for sure. What happened to the ship? The storm took a turn for the worse while you were asleep. A maelstrom manifested seemingly out of nowhere, swelling our ship whole. Пиздец. We survived thanks to Aska's bearer, which I managed to transport using a spell of wind. What should we do now? Do you know where we are? Ну, давай спросим, где мы. We are most certainly on Respite Island, the only known island near our last location. These pilgrims were kind enough to provide us with food and shelter, but we shouldn't stay put for too long. Our first step should be to enter Gladeheim, the island port town. Then we should be able to find a new ship to replace the one we've lost. Let's see how Aska is doing and leave as soon as we can. Lucid enlisted in your party. И он теперь будет ходить за мной. Прикол, да? Ну давай с ней поговорим. Hey there, Tolik the Terrible. Are you feeling better yet? Yep, just needed a moment to shake it off. Or shake it out, if you catch my drift. Aska leaps into your party. Talent acquired Wild Heart. While Aska is in your party, you can speak with and understand the animals of the world. Many often have valuable information items or even quests to share. Прикол, круто. Excellent, let's search the nearby jungle for a way into town. А с курочками можем поговорить? Вряд ли. Так. Кто это? Элия. Want to try feeding the chickens? Don't worry, they don't bite. Feed the chickens. You feed the chickens. The man in white robes stood out from the pilgrims in the camp who were dressed in drably colored rags. You peg him a sorcerer of sorts, as everything about his appearance screamed magic, from his pointy conical to the time-worn scriptures of his back, along with an exquisitely manufactured rod. You get the sense that he has been eyeing your every move since you woke up. However, he seems to be staring in another direction each time you turn to face him. Why, hello there, adventurer. Now, how might I help you? Ask to see his wares. Who are you? That's all for now. Who are you? Oh, just the son of a simple carpenter looking to broaden, shall we say, his arcane horizons. But you can call me a carrot. Now, how else may I help you? I have some questions for you. Of course you have. Go ahead and ask away. What are you doing here? Mostly the same as everyone else here, my dear adventurer, searching for a way off this island and into the new world. Now, how else may I help you? Ask to see his wares. Окей, действительно, до хера у него. Coping with toxicity, нихуя себе. Нихуя себе. Так, это already learned the skill and venom. A self-help book that provides guidance into dealing with toxins of all varieties, including the bonus chapter on relationships. Что? Прикольно, прикольно. То есть мы можем прям скопировать, да? Прикольно. That fool's name is Mercy. Nimble Body. The Bandy Bandit. Блять, слушай, тут очень крутые какие-то... Ну, во всяком случае, это выглядит многообещающе, очень круто. Now, how I might help you? That's all for now. I'll see you around then, adventurer. Так, давай вот с этим каким-то челиком поговорим. The man stood tall with impeccable posture and unwavering confidence, stirring in you mild feelings of insecurity. Though dressed unassumingly, his weathered, battle-scarred hands silently divulge his seasoned history on the battlefield. His open demeanor among his fellow pilgrims makes him seem unguarded, but you gradually discern that his gaze has been fixated on you from the very moment you began approaching him. The man calls out to you with a booming voice. "Greetings, the name is Gain. Welcome to our camp adventure, Brother Gain. Now then, what can I do for you?" What is your role in this camp? Can you teach me more about battle? Your fellow pilgrims look exhausted. Do you require aid? Farewell. Ну давай сначала спросим, что он делает в кемпе, в лагере. The paths traveled by pilgrims is arduous and laden with perils. Ferocious monsters no single man may subdue. Bandits in numbers I can't even count up to, and damned bone warriors who refuse to die and stay still. All those evils require maces in their faces, and somebody's got to train these pilgrims to use them. Yo, so I guess I could say I'm in charge of security here. Now then, what can I do for you? Can you teach me more about battle? Of course. Now, what is it you wanna know? Tell me about the different types of damage, tell me about resistance, tell me about action and movements point. А это он будет просто объяснять сейчас или как? Судя по всему, да. Ну давай, resistance. Many characters have positive and negative resistance to certain damage types. For instance, the crabs you're gonna encounter on the beach have a 50% resistance to water, which means they'll take half the damage from water-based skills. Conversely, they have a 50% resistance to air, which means they'll take twice the damage from air-based skills. Ну, это реально Divinity, блять. Только в крапинку. Divinity в крапинку. Remember to always strike at your voice weak sports. It will take you far. Now, what is it you wanna know? That's all for now. Until we meet again, adventurer. Stop. Your fellow pilgrims look exhausted. Do you require aid? Yo, I don't like to overwork anybody if I can, but we're short on hands with 3 of my men out in search to ceremonial offerings. They've been gone a day already, but since I personally trained them myself, they should be able to hold their own in a fight should there be trouble. Perhaps they've run into a smidge of trouble along the way and just need some help getting free. If you've noon to spare, would you kindly help search the jungle for them? Accept quest, will keep an eye out for them. We are busy at the moment, perhaps later. Давай примем квест. Сергей Кандли. Red-skinned merchant. А это кто такой? You call out to the hooded man, but he ignores you. A red-skinned merchant. You notice a red-skinned man holding onto a wooden lawn staff that has been planted firm into the soil, flanked by carts neatly stocked with an eclectic mix of weapons, armor, scrolls and knickknacks gathered from all over. He is undoubtedly a man of commerce. You see a number of artifacts that pique your interest and begin waving your fingers about as you run through wild, imprecious budget calculations in your head while attempting to peer under the dark guise of his hood to surmise if he had dozed off. He gestures at you with his one free hand, beckoning you to approach him. Greetings, adventurer. Are you perchance in need of anything in particular? I have some questions for you. I will happy to answer them if I can. Who are you? I am a merchant traveling with the children of Ogier, the band of pilgrims you see before you. The name is Sumin. Well met, Sumin. I have more questions for you. Ну, давай, рад встрече. The pleasure is all mine. Ага, да? Это все. О! Это что-то новое? Apply the words you see behind me on behalf of the pilgrims, sharing my knowledge with you. In return, I receive food, shelter, safety, a share for the profits, and life free from judgment from those who choose to see my kind as a plague. It must be tough being branded a demon. So you're familiar with the devil's mark, I take it. A terrible curse that is of no fault of yours. Remind me what that again. Вот этот второй выбираем. Haha, not half as terrible as the things that people may say or do to people like us. I have more questions for you. I will be happy to answer them if I can. Tell me more about the devil's mark. Gladly, if you wish to hear about it. Though the condition is hardly contagious, it is unsightly and abomination to most. The fate of a demon often ends in exile, or worse, a torturous death by the very communities who would celebrate them the day before they turned. My story is not so much different. Блять, нихуя себе, это пиздец, какая интересная РПГшка. Похоже. Ну, пока что начало супер интересно. I have more questions for you. Ну, давай. Is there a cure for the devil's mark? Not until recently, or so the rumors say. My primary purpose on these pilgrims is still to mourn for the fallen sun, but I cannot help but divert my gaze to Calmi, a rural village that lies on the outskirts of Kaspari territory, where a virtuous doctor is said to have reversed the transformation of a fellow demon. Who is this doctor? Is Calmi in the Andra? Who is this doctor? I know as much about him as I do, adventurer. I was hoping that you could help discern his identity on your journey. I'll keep an eye open for this doctor. You have my thanks. Блин, нихуя себе. Greetings, adventurer. Ask to see his wares. Окей. Ага, шляпы, пояса. Bronze pickaxe. Crimson sash. Padded grasps. Leather quiver. А, что такое? Silver. У нас всего лишь 10 серебра. На троих 10 серебра, блять. О боже. Gift from dead. Plus 10 magic barrier. Окей, farewell. Я хочу вот что сделать. Сюда зайти. Надеть это колечко тогда. А что это такое? Energy sphere. This is Galvand. Ну, у нас long sword есть. А дубинка нам нахер тогда не нужна, правильно? О, а это смотри, intelligence, dexterity, strength, intelligence. Нихуя себе. Здравствуйте. Охуеть, охуеть, охуеть. Интересно. Аскас Эдерн Staff. А у нее еще есть Great Bow. Большой лук. И стрелы. Прикольно. Фиш. Так, ну давай подойдем к пёселю. Вот что я думаю. Ванба. What's cooking? Good looking. Забавно. Так, pet dog. How are you able to speak? Is your name really Venbo? Ну давай приласкаем сначала, погладим его. Oh yeah, that's it. Continue to pet him. Yeah, that's the stuff. Continue to pet him. Yes, more. Continue to pet him. Venbo's excitement picking after the furious bout of petting, causing him to collapse to the ground in joyful exhaustion. Man, you're good, two legs. You come again for more now, you hear? Okay, давай. What's cooking, good looking? How are you able to speak? The same way you do, using my hidden hole. Taught to me by my mama. Bless her departed soul. Is your name really Venbo? Nope. That's just a silly name you two legs have given me. My real name is Reginald Reginald Doc Freyson, but you can call me Reggie. I see. Nice to meet you, Reggie. I'm Tolik the Terrible. I'll smell you around then, Tolik the Terrible. Понятно. Понятно. What's cooking, good looking? Nothing much, you? Great, as in great that you asked. I recently popped my favorite plaything by biting too hard on it with my strong, chiseled jaw. What is this plaything you speak of? How can I help with that? Sounds like it's none of my business, really. What is this plaything you speak of? It is a rubber sphere given to me by the hag servant. I believe you two legs call it a ball. With this we often play a game where she tries to dispose of the sphere by throwing it as far as she can to prevent me from finding it. Of course, I've never lost. Do you mean fetch? Yes, I believe that's what she yells as she initiates the challenge. How can I help with that? You would be forever... I would be forever in your debt if you could repair the fun sphere. You will probably need some kind of sticky glue and to find someone good with crafting to fix it. То есть мы можем... У нас еще квест на починку резинового мячика. Sounds like it's none of my business really. Sorry, I don't have the time right now. Leave it to me. Accept quest. Давай берем. Here, take the fun sphere. or what's left of it anyway. I await your good news while wagtail 2 legs. Элдер Мора. Ну давай подойдем к ней. Старейшина Мора. The old woman stands crooked, sustaining her posture with an eboneric sceptre. At first glance she appears fragile and infirm, but as you make your approach begins to disclose the expression of a resolute young adventurer. The Elders' Guild robes, exceptional amongst the haggard, amber rags that convey about the campsite, denote a position of prestige and authority within the sect. This does not come as a surprise in position to her gaunt physical presence. She possesses a spirit emanating the zeal of the founders themselves. She speaks to greet you with a rough but firm voice. Greeting, hero. We are honored to have your company as we embark on your voyage. I have some questions for you, Elder. Ask for healing. Ну, мы полный хп, зачем просить? I have some questions for you, Elder. How can I help you, hero? Where am I? You find yourself at the campsite of Ogier's emissaries, bound for the frontier to honor the fallen Veglanier. We shall gather at his remains and pray for Ogier's sanctuary, for no one knows of the consequences that befell him when his beloved Equine was ripped from the sky that day. How can I help you, hero? Who are you? Since the time of antiquity, the realm of men remained under vigil, watched by the gods above. Of them, the great winged one, Ogier, emerged, the staunchest defender of our kind. When an abominable evil, whose presence made even the gods tremble, threatened our survival, Ogier alone rushed to our aid in the face of oblivion. Ogier was immediately overpowered. In battle against the devil himself, both his radiant wings turned from his back, his existence nearly turned to nothingness. Oh my, it seems I've become rather loquacious with age. What was it you were asking again? I just wanted to know your name, nothing at all, what happens next. Nothing at all, what happens next? Of course, young one. Now, where was I? Блять. Так, а где он там? Ну да. Coming to Ogier's rescue was a fledgling budding conjurer, who gained eminence even amongst the wisest and most accomplished of sages. Though none who walked matched her an arcane prowess, she barely managed to afford an escape of Ogier and herself in the face of the devil's unsurmountable power. Liking his wounds in recovery, Ogier regaled the girl with tales of the gods and the pantheon, trained her in the ways of the light, bared the humiliation of his defeat in whole to her. And in return from the girl, he had acquired empathy far greater than any god, learned to fathom beauty in mortality, discovered within himself the capacity to love another being. The deity and mortal may never bear kin. The girl had managed to conceive a magnificent being of light, Veglanir, a Pegasus who would serve as Ogier's wings in the stead of those he had lost. Жесть, вот это, блять, какой-то пиздец. Ну тут язык прям такой сложненький, еще плюс эти вот названия вырывают нахуй язык мне. This face renewed and his powers shaped anew. Ogier alone with Veglianir and the girl's band of heroes grievously wounded the devil, casting him into a 1,000-year prison. Soon after, Ogier was beckoned to his rightful seat at the Pantheon, shading the very first god's tier. He swore to keep a watchful eye over the girl, patiently awaiting her ascension to the maybe reunited for eternity. Of course, that merely a legend of yore, one of many from the library of a storyteller's mind. I apologize for having rambled on. Jan here. My name is Mora, Elder of Ogier's emissaries. Well met, Elder Mora. Well met, hero. Stay as long as you like. Ah, да? Anna, if everyone planted carrots instead of fighting, the world would be a much better place. Do you have anything for someone feeling seasick? I want to have a look. I'm a little strapped for silver, but my friend isn't feeling too well. Okay, I guess I can spare a lemon, if it's for a friend. Она дала лимончик. Anna hands you a lemon from her stash. If everyone planted... Goodbye. Bye-bye. Так, ну что, получается, нам нужно решить проблему с мечом. С потерянными пилигримами. I must learn the fate of the 3 pilgrims who have yet to return from the jungle. Search Respite Island for lost pilgrims. Fix Reginald's broken bowl. I must find some sticky material and someone skilled at crafting to put the broken bowl back together, or I could try crafting it myself. Хуя себе тут. О! Blightwing Stinger. Warning, do not consume. An extremely venomous sting from Blightwing. Using the right methods of preparation, it can be furnished into an excellent poison dart, or proceed into a crispy, delectable snack. О! Это что, блядь? Курица-динозавр, нихуя себе. Она испугалась. А что она жрала? Whomever this arm belonged to could have probably used a hand against the creature you just saw. Да блять. It's a hole in the ground and a long way down. Best to stay clear. Что это такое, блядь? Fight. Так. Ага, фри камера, окей, я понял. Slash, dash, she's in wind. grant your weapon additional air damage. Thunderbolt. Strike a tile with a single bolt of lightning damage any character or object. Так, max range. А, да, вот он есть. Угу. То есть мы можем подбежать. И Thunderbolt ебануть. Storm Cloud. 7.14, лучше Thunderbolt. Blight Win? Да, наверное. Baby Rexite. Да, наверное, вот это. Бам, нахуй. Шокт. Ага. Интересно. Destructive Strike. Пари. Вот enough AP. She's in Wind, давай. Сколько он длится? На 3 хода, понял. Так, и что там дальше? Просто прожимаем так? Ага, понял. Блять, ну тут все вблизи у меня, к сожалению. Давай так сделаем. И скипнем. End turn. Slag Blast. Launch a rock projectile at a target. Dash. Ask us blessing. Ask beckons to the spirit of nature with a prayer. Restore 6 magic barrier. Restore 6 armor. Heal 9 HP. Serrated vines. Conjure turned vines to damage opposing to enemies. Ooh. You may target the same enemy more than once. Fortify. Restore a party member's armor. Hunter's Trap. Forceful Shot. Ну давай вот этот Serrated Vines. Мне прям понравилось что-то как-то. Ага. Ну давай тогда. Хоп нахуй. Хоп нахуй. На нахуй. Уебал по мне. Так, ну тут мы просто можем слэшить. Destructive Strike. Между прочим, атака at enemy with a powerful blow to disarm their weapon. Ну это типа нет. Против животных там хера. Да, нахуй, вот так вот. Отлично. Какая музыка забавная. Хорош, -1. Ну давай вот этот Fortify Restore. А, нет, стоп, это не то, да-да-да, сори. Slag Blast, блять. А мы не можем уже отойти, да? Можем дэш использовать. Ну, так как-то, я думаю, норм. Poisoned. Ой. На нахуй. Ага. Бах. Бах. Отлетел. Ну что? А чё? А, Victory, все. Только за Terrible. Healing Done. Это типа... Что? Air Essence. Ой. Ashwood Branch. Flint Daggers. Банана. Enchanted Amethyst. 2 серебра. Soldier's Note. Scroll of Rainfall. 12 серебра. Copper Ore. Crude unprocessed fragments of copper which may be used to smelt it into bronze at a furnace. Угу. Так, ну стоп, я хотел зайти сюда. Read. Soldier's Note. Mark still owes me 10 silver from forever and a day ago. But the poor sod swear he doesn't have a single coin on him. Maybe I should just write it off. Close. О, кстати говоря, Orc Lag. Small Health Potion. Ничего себе. Что-то сразу не заметил этот сундук. fight. На нахуй. Ага. Так, все получается. Нет, к сожалению, по портретам нельзя. О, не трожь меня. As you cup your hands to drink from the pond, an ethereal figure materialized and captivating woman of great beauty in a flowing dress. You glance over at your companions and soon realize that you alone bear witness to the apparition before you. She begins to speak, her words carrying mellifluous grace, a voice that reaches to depth of your mind. Welcome to my domain, hero. I am Undine, the essence of these waters. What are you? I feel a divine presence. How can I be of service? Why can't the others hear you? Why can't the others hear you? Почему другие не могут тебя слышать? The threads between the divine realm and yours are rarely interwoven. Many centuries have passed since the last mortal I spoke with still drew breath. Though you are a curious one, I'd rather you get to the point. Why? Of those who have Это она? Блять, пиздец какой-то. Who have communed with me across the ages, you stand alone, bearing no allegiance or face towards me whatsoever. It must be for some reason. Why do you think that's the case? Why do you think that's the case? I have my suspicions. You shouldn't have to concern yourself with them. I have a task for you, one of utmost importance. These once pure elven lands have become tarnished with the footsteps of invaders. My temples desecrated by pirates who seek the treasures hidden within its walls. And most sinister of all, a company of wretches who contaminate my waters with their experiments. These interlopers must pay for their irreverence. Will you swear on oath to fight in my name and become the beacon of justice this island needs? Align this Undine, the spirit of water, as you wish. I shall cleanse your temples of the defilers. These lands belong to no entity, human or god. You claim ownership over these temples, yet beg a mere mortal to defend it. I need more time and information before I make a decision. What's in it for me if I choose to help you? Ну давай спросим, что будет мне, если я помогу. There is a power contained within these waters, power which I can bestow upon those who serve me well. Promise to cleanse my temples by eliminating the invaders within, and I shall reward you with a fraction of my might. How do I know if I can trust you? Trust matters little in this dance, mortal. Fulfill your role, and you shall be rewarded. Fail, and the tides of fortune may turn against you. The nearest of my temple lies just ahead, concealed beneath the earth and now tainted by pirates and the vile deeds they perpetrate. Go forth and let the waters guide your actions. The figure before you vanishes as her voice fades from your mind. Блять, я хотел отказаться, но ладно. You okay there? Tolix the Terrible. You've been staring at the water for quite some time now. And fine, let's go. A deity of water named Udin asked me the task of puring her temple of pirates. Хорошо, давай скроем от них. I'm fine, let's go. Опа. Бэйби Рексит, а это не Бэйби, уже Рексит. Нихуя себе. Roar Ferocity, нихуя себе. Страшно. Жаль, у нас массовых нет. Нихуя себе. Battle conditions. Look at the top right of the screen to find the battle conditions, which displays events, weather, affecting everyone in battle for details. Бать, отпиздили. Просто отпиздили. Ага, миссанул. Так это сдохнет? Или какой сдохнет? Да, это сдохнет. Отлично. Виктори. Блин. Офигенная игра. О, лапы. Наконец-то. Вот мне было интересно, как это все будет выглядеть тут. Exit meat. Small egg. О, Mage's boot. Boots. Так, ну-ка давай посмотрим. У нас что дается? А, вот я вижу. Ага. Dexterity. Dual. И тут. Рога. Strengths. Swordship. Warrior. И тут, да? Интеллект, Inspire, Intimidate, Seduce. То есть тут еще и романтить их можно? Ну, пусть будет Intelligence, окей. Wizardry. Geomancer. Seduce. Окей. Так, а теперь... What can I help you with you? You is только terrible. I have some questions for you. Do you have any talents that could come in useful? Where you from? Окей, я понял. Ну что ж, будем заканчивать сейчас. Ебануть, тут столько всего интересного. Smuggler's note. The hole in the ground and a long way down. Best to stay clear. Mine. We don't have right tool. Мы не можем майнить без кирки. Okay. А вот и пилигримы. Ик! Both of you be on the guard. Whoever did this might still be around. I'll keep an eye out for danger while you check the body, Lucid. Stay back, ask, might be trap. No, good call. Lucid rolls the body around and checks for signs of life. He's dead. Whoever or whatever killed him did so by tearing his heart straight out of his rib cage. Is there a lot of blood? I've covered it up. I can turn around now. You take one of the pilgrim's belongings with you to inform the others of his demise. А тут стоит призрак. Я же могу с ним поговорить, да? A surge of energy courses through you, connecting you to the realm of spirits. What previously was a vain apparition is now clear to you. A man's cost, with sorrow etched into his eyes and an expression of longing and melancholy. Lost soul, молчит. Who are you? I can't say I remember. My memories elude me. Like fragments scattered to the winds, I recall names, blurred faces, but they hold neither meaning nor connection to one another. Based on your attire, I'd say you are one of the pilgrims, Ogres Emissaries. You are a pilgrim and you are dead. Давай вот этот первый. Основываясь... Pilgrims? There is a glimmer of a little something there. I remember walking amongst others in search of solace, salvation, or something else. The spirit closed his eyes as if to delve deep into his own faded memories. Everything has returned to me, my comrades and our journey. A journey that was cut short by a band of ruthless pirates. Unfortunately so. Death comes for all us. Do you remember your name? Yes, my name is Hans. But it matters not anymore. Now that my life's threat has been severed. Accept quest. Can I help you with anything? Yes, if you'll allow a dead man to implore you for a favor, I wish to be reunited with my beloved wife once again. Ебать, а где же я ее найду? Does your wife travel alongside the pilgrims as well? I understand your desire, but the chasm between the living and the dead can never be crossed. Давай первое. Haha, no, you misunderstand me. You see, she too has passed from the realm of living. If I were to move on and join her in the afterlife, I must first rid myself of any lingering regrets. My greatest regret, one that I'm sure is keeping me tethered to this realm, is a great debt that remains unpaid. Though not wealthy by any means, Brother Gain Ridley lent to me a sum of silver years ago for my wedding, which I am ashamed to admit I've hardly tried to repay. Okay, silver means nothing to me. I will settle your debt to Gain. Let me speak with Gain about the dead. Позволь мне поговорить о твоем долге. It would be a great help if you could, adventurer. You should find Gain near the entrance of our camp. You won't miss him. His skin bears the warm embers of the sun, and his shaved head glints as brightly as his wisdom. Так я же его видел, я уже говорил с ним. Спасибо, блядь, за информацию. Так, ладно, буду заканчивать. Офигенная игрушка, мне понравилась. Всем спасибо за просмотр, всем пока.